So you know how, Kyle, you get hair appointments. Delaney gets hair appointments, and she just got, like, all of a sudden she has long hair. Mm-hmm. And when you make an appointment with a hair salon, it's very difficult to reschedule if they're any good, right? Get it right in right away, right? Friday, I was supposed to get a haircut. And I normally lately been going to just barbers where you just show up, they give you a haircut. But Roberta, who's been cutting my hair for years and years and years, and she's, a little off-center, Roberta, she's cutting my hair, and then she'll be all of a sudden she'll stop and start talking about aliens. Or one of those things, when you get a haircut and you're talking to somebody and they stop cutting your hair to talk to you? How frustrating that is, right?
Very. Talking work.
So I had this haircut scheduled Friday with Roberta. And then my wife called me and said, "Can you meet me at 2 o'clock to go meet with the teachers?" So I had to go do this parent-teacher thing. And then once I was done with the parent-teacher thing, so I canceled my haircut. And I made it for Monday, which was yesterday. And after I was done with the meeting, I was like, I didn't have to be here. You could have done this, but that's not the point. Anyway, so yesterday my haircut was set, right, for 11. And I got this message over the weekend from our boss. And he was like, there's this new artist named Jade Bird coming to town, and they're ready to do a hanging with the dogs. That's where I bring my puppies to the radio station, and we interview the puppies, play with the puppies, interview the star. They might sing, perform, whatever. And I've never heard of Jade Bird, but at one point I never heard of Justin Bieber. I never heard of Katy Perry, all these artists, right? Justin Bieber came hanging out here for a long time, so did Katy Perry. So who's to say if Jade Bird's not going to be the biggest star in the world a year from now? So I was like, don't take this the wrong way, I said to our boss. But I got a haircut scheduled. I said, I've already rescheduled it. And don't relay this to Jade Bird, but I'm telling you this. I said, so I can't do it, right? I can't. And I didn't know if the guy was going to roll his eyes back at me or whatever, but I couldn't. If I rescheduled on Roberta after canceling on her on Friday, it's just going to look bad, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel terrible. I don't want to do that to her. So he gets back to me and he says, how about 3 o'clock at your house? And I'm like, okay. So as it gets closer to 3 o'clock at my house, I realize my kids have school off. They're off yesterday for Rosh Hashanah. And my son Dutch, for some reason at my house, whenever there's a half day or there's a day off of school, it's somehow a party day at my house. Like the last time that happened, my son Kemp had 10 of his friends over and there was pizza. Yesterday, Dutch had 7 of his friends over, and it was just this huge festival of kids at my house. So I tell this guy, Matt, our boss, I said, let Jade Bird know there's a lot of crap going on today. So he's like, okay, see you there in an hour, right? So Grant comes over, right? So because Grant's going to come video everything. And Grant, would you say it was chaotic a little bit?
Yeah, it was a little chaotic. Lots of kids, lots of dogs.
Lots of kids, lots of dogs.
Yep.
My son Jake, so this is all supposed to go down at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, my son Jake was going to go, a driving instructor was going to pick him up, and he's going to go drive for 3 hours. As you learned, that was set up. So we wanted to be there for that moment to capture him getting in the student car and driving off, right? That was happening. My son Kemp had to go to basketball practice at 3 o'clock. Dutch had 9 or 7 or 8 or 9 of his friends over at my house. Our Wi-Fi went out, so our audio people were there. The Theater X guys were there. It's something to do with our modem, so we were on the phone with Cox Cable trying to fix the modem at the same, which is all fixed. Then I look, and out the window, Jade Bird shows up 15 minutes early, right? And she's sitting outside the car, and I'm like, oh my God. So then I go to Grant, get in the car, let's go. So Grant, I get in the car, we go drop off my son Kevin basketball practice. We pull back up. The Jade Bird's there. I get out. I said, hey guys, are you guys here? I don't know what Jade Bird looks like. She's like, hello. I'm like, you must be Jade Bird. Jade Bird comes in my house. She comes in. My wife. Oh, I have some volunteers that are there to help with the puppies. My wife. I tell the volunteer, listen, when you come down with the puppies, don't let Jade Bird see the puppies, because what happens is they see the puppies, they start playing with the puppies, and then it kind of dilutes part of the interview. I like to sit there and interview them, and then the puppies come out. And they go, oh my God. Because when a celebrity sees the puppies for the first time, it's always awesome, right? So the volunteer, Aubrey's like, I got it, no problem. So Grant's got the camera in his hand, and I see Aubrey coming down the steps with the puppies, and right behind Aubrey is my wife with the puppies. My wife comes walking right in the house with all the puppies. There's Jade Bird. Oh, my God. Jade Bird runs over to the puppies, and I'm like, I just said for this not to happen. So Jade Bird's playing with the puppies. It's just absolute chaos on my house. My kids are, Dutch is playing Fortnite with people. We go in there to do the interview. We can't because they're playing Fortnite and Call of Duty, and there's dogs running around everywhere, and the puppies and the dogs are trying to eat the puppies, and then my wife's holding. So finally we go in the living room, and we do the interview there. My son Jake takes off with the driving instructor. There's my wife's on the phone with the Wi-Fi people. Then I go, well, how about you want to try to play Fortnite with my son? And she's like, I love Fortnite. Oh, so Jade Bird, I put her in the playroom, and she just plays Fortnite with the kids, right? And so then the whole time her record person is there on the phone texting away and taking pictures, playing with puppies. So at one point, I'm doing the interview with Jade Bird and the puppies, but her record people and her cameraman are holding the puppies. Like, I need the puppies over here. The puppies are over here for Jade Bird. So anyway, then it's over, and then our boss Matt shows up.
After it's done.
After it's all done. Right, Grant?
Yeah.
He goes,
That's pretty good timing.
we're all done. And I see him pull up. And he gets out and he goes, hey, man, you guys going to... Like, dude, it's done. It's absolutely, it's done.
Fortnite with the dogs.
Yeah, Fortnite, that's a new thing.
That's the new thing.
Yeah, man, it was freaking nuts.